Cody Wilson. I'm from Lynchburg. That's why we came back here. It is my first feature, especially of this scale, which is luckily we're punching way above our weight class on this. So it's really cool to see how people are responding to the stuff we're putting out. People keep coming up. They're like, "Oh, is this Blumhouse? Say 24?" I'm like, "Well, no, but thanks." So that's cool. This is happening because I met Michael, the executive producer, who's right there. Met him online through another project campaign back on like the tail end of the pandemic, and he reached out and we started talking, and he was like, "Well, what else you got?" And I started throwing stuff at him, and so we kind of started talking about ideas together. And talked about the ones that interested him the most, and we started building on this. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis back at the end of 2021. I was telling Mike about it, and so we started integrating that into something we were working on, like a home invasion thing, and that's what really started to crank up the uniqueness of this a little bit. So what the gist of this story is, this young couple has left the city because of the husband's compromised immune system because of the infusion that he's on, and so he's just getting weaker. She's having all kinds of problems, and so that puts his wife Elsa, who's over there, she's in town from LA, that puts her in the position to kind of take care of things while these 5 killers show up to do their thing, to try and handle it. So I don't know how much I should reveal. Yeah, we came back here to Lynchburg because this is where I had, growing up here, where I had the most connections. And which it's good because you get a home like this where people brought 3/4 of their house over from England, so it's really awesome inside. So it's a great house, and a lot of people are accommodating. There's some hiccups, with Lynchburg, like not a lot of restaurants being open late for when the crew wraps after their 14, 15-hour days. That's an indie film thing, by the way. It should be shorter. So the name of the film is Lesions, which is inspired by the lesions on one's brain and spine. It's it's like a hurt or wound caused by different types of trauma, which is it's an analogy for quite a few things in the film. It's also a pretty cool word. But yeah, that's the name. It's Legion. Crew, I've kind of been planning this for years. I used to work in production in LA for a couple of years, and then I came back to the East Coast to produce commercials, which was a bit of a long game to get ready for this. So I knew if I was handling budgets on commercials and stuff, I could be teaching myself how to pull something like this off. And that's where I cultivated my relationships with a lot of these people. Some of these guys around here are, they're other film and television. When shows come to Virginia, there's a few Apple, Hulu series, there's a few Walking Dead shows and stuff like that. They came to Virginia, Richmond, Northern Virginia. Their crew is out here. It's the same Grip and Electric, hair, makeup, wardrobe, costumes. So a lot of them are ones that are here, and there's bittersweetness to the writer strikes right now because that made the top choices available for us, and they were already friends. So they were like, "Yeah, we'll come on down and help you out." And that's how I'm very grateful to the local businesses who did help us out. Again, not everyone who's local understands some of the requests that we have, but a lot of people met us where we are, even if it was crazy. This is a Hollywood porta potty. We have caterers who decided to move their trucks and come out.
Let's lock it up.
Lock it up. I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
We're coming in.
Yeah,
But honestly, just for your own sake, because you step out of your shade and it kind of goes. Bleh. So you know what I'll do? I'll start off.
Looks like an oat frame.
This is actually... Yeah, we're great friends with Cody's parents. They'd been here many times, and when Cody said he was looking for a location for a kind of creepy kind of movie, they said, yeah, you need to talk to our friend Rick and his wife. We'll take you down there and introduce you. So he came, and of course he came in and just like, oh my god, because it is kind of spooky. It's very goth, and it's kind of rambling, and well, it's just unusual. And he said, would you have a problem with us like shooting a movie here? We'd love to do it. And we spoke about it briefly. Absolutely, it was very hectic but it's been very fulfilling. We've had 35 great people here. And it's actually now, at the end of the 3 weeks, it's like having friends here. They're all comfortable. You know, I came up here yesterday and opened this bedroom door, and there's one of them asleep in here on the floor. Just like full length having a nap. That's how comfy they've got. And we love it. I mean, it's just really nice. It's actually kind of sad. Today's the last day for me. And the sad thing is that Monday, you know, my wife, she works full time, so she'll be out at work, and it's me here. I'm retired, so it's me here on my own, rattling around in this place, and there's going to be nobody coming. There's going to be nobody here, and that's kind of sad, you know. Awesome. It's been a great experience, and I think anybody, if they get the opportunity to do this, should just grasp it, just do it, because you'll never do it again. You know, the chance of another movie being shot here are somewhere between slim and none, but at least this one's been done. If I speak honestly, no. No, I'm not. I mean, I'm much more documentaries and military history, and, you know, I served in the British Army, so. And as you'll see if you look around up here, there's a lot of military stuff, and that's where my field of interest is. Having said that, would I watch this movie? Oh, you bet. I've seen it being made, and it kind of gives you a much different perspective as well, of course, because normally we just watch something and you just see this seamless film, right? But it's not like that. This film is probably thousands of individual scenes, and some might be 5 seconds long and some are 30 seconds or 2 minutes occasionally. But it's all then very cleverly stitched together to give it this narrative. And when you watch it, that's what you're seeing, is that narrative. But when you see it being made, you realise, oh wow, how much has gone into making this. The excitement is with this is palpable. I mean, it's hit all of the major film websites, you know, IMDb, and there's Letterboxd and a few others. There's a horrorfans.com website as well, and it's certainly trending now. And it's not even finished. You know, they've still got some film to put in the can. You know, there's, like Cody was saying, they've got some hospital scenes to shoot still. But the skeleton of the movie is done now. And, you know, it's been done here the last 3 weeks. And, you know, a day out at the Colonial Restaurant and another day at Carter's General Store. And then when they get the hospital stuff done, then it can all get stitched together.